World War II, but the airspace is basically a no-entry sign for black pilots. Everybody's talking big about freedom, while still telling these guys they don't belong in the cockpit. We start in Italy with two pilots who've been through it, Joe Lightning Little and William Junkman Falconer. They're already flying combat missions, but they're stuck doing ground attack runs, getting shot at from every angle, while the important escort work goes to white units. And the wild part? They're good, like, clearly good, but the system is dragging its feet. Back at the base, you meet the squad, talented, cocky, hungry, and tired of being treated like a backup plan. You've got Easy, the smooth operator with leadership vibes. Ray Gunn, the hothead who's always one bad decision away from disaster. Dink, who's basically the heart of the group. And everyone's locked in under their commander, Colonel AJ. Bullard, who's fighting two wars at once, the war in the sky and the war against racism in the chain of command. Bullard's trying to get them a real shot, escort missions protecting bombers, because that's where respect comes from. But the brass keeps moving the goalposts. They're not ready. They're not disciplined. They can't handle it. Meanwhile, these dudes are literally risking their lives daily. Then we get the energy of the squad. Banter, flexing, little rivalries, big dreams. There's that swagger like, we're gonna show them, but you also feel the pressure. Because they know if one of them messes up, it won't be blamed on the individual. It'll be blamed on all of them. And Joe's a whole movie by himself. He's fearless, reckless, addicted to speed, both in the air and in life. He meets Laura, this Italian woman, and suddenly the movie slows down for a second. Like, under all this chaos, there's still room for love. But even that's fragile, because bombs don't care about romance. Now here comes the turning point. The Tuskegee Airmen finally get what they've been asking for: bomber escort duty. This is the real test. The rule is simple and brutal. Stay with the bombers. Don't chase glory. Don't break formation. Don't abandon the mission to rack up kills. Because if you leave the bombers, they get wiped. And at first, it's hard. The enemy comes in fast, tempting them to dogfight, tempting them to prove themselves in the loudest way possible. But Bullard and Easy keep drilling the discipline into them. Your job isn't to look cool. Your job is to bring those bombers home. Then the air battles start going crazy. The movie leans into that arcade-style dogfight vibe. Planes ripping through clouds, tracers everywhere, wings getting shredded mid-flight. But beneath the action, you can see the stakes rising. This isn't just about winning battles. This is about changing what the world thinks black pilots can do. And they start doing the impossible. Missions pile up. The squad gets sharper, tighter, more controlled. They're not just surviving, they're outperforming. The bomber crews begin to notice. Wait, these escort guys actually stay with us. That reputation starts building. Quieted at first, then undeniable. But of course, war takes its toll. You lose people. You see how quickly confidence can turn into grief. Raygun's story hits hard because he's talented, but impulsive. He's always trying to prove something, and in war, that need to prove yourself can get you killed. The movie keeps reminding you, bravery isn't always heroic. It can be expensive. And Joe's arc? That man keeps pushing the limit until the limit pushes back. He takes risks that make you mad because you're like, bro, you don't have plot armor in real life. But that's the point. Joe represents that raw, dangerous freedom, and the cost of living like tomorrow isn't promised. Eventually, the squad faces one of their biggest missions yet, and it's chaos in the sky. Fighters swarm. Bombers are vulnerable. Everyone's making split-second choices. And the Tuskegee men hold the line. They stick to the mission, even when every instinct is screaming to chase. That's the moment that defines them. Not just skill, but discipline under fire. By the end, what they achieve isn't just we won a battle. It's bigger. They prove, through receipts, through results, that the prejudice was never about ability. It was about access. They didn't need someone to believe in them. They needed someone to stop blocking the runway. And the final feeling of Red Tails is this mix of triumph and frustration. because you're proud of what they did, but you're also thinking about how much harder it was than it ever needed to be. They weren't just fighting Nazis. They were fighting the idea that they didn't belong. So yeah, the dogfights are flashy, the vibe is chill, but the story hits. These men took a sky that wasn't meant for them and owned it.